Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not trying to pull her. I was not trying to pull her. I was just being OCD. I was like, I want it to be even, and I'm gonna hit it one more time just to make it even. Cause it was actually 59 pulls into her rather than 60, and I wanted it to be even. Okay, well, there it is, 60 pulls.
That was literally a single pull. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's...
Oh, sorry.
Carlotta? Carlotta? What time is it? Neko, how do I know what time it is?
12:05.
No, I mean in-game. Also, why is it fucking storming so hard? I've never seen it storm like this in this place.
So hit the start button and then hit the L2, I think, or R2 for the clock.
I opened the camera on accident. 1942. The right place at the right time.
The midnight chime has faded, yet
I like the left place at the wrong time.
Restless
Just me.
hearts long for an understanding that should be ours.
Don't lag the fuck out, dude. Rover's speaking fucking facts. Stop it.
In the freest place of Ragusa, I await your arrival. This should be the place Capua mentioned in his invitation.
Who's Capua?
Why is this guy making out with the
I
fish?
wish to personally thank you for all you have done for the Montelli family, and to amend the slight misstep in your reception. I hope this gesture will help to mend any misunderstandings and strengthen our alliance. In the name of the Montellis, I shall honor my allies as I do my own kin and blood. In the freest place of Ragusa, I await your arrival. Yours sincerely, Capello Montelli.
I knew it. Another invitation. That's kind of their signature, huh? But this wasn't Carlotta. Who's this Capello guy?
You know, I really wish that you could get a special Abby Echo that's only for Rover. That'd be cool. You could fight with Abby.
Oh yeah, the big boss of the vault and all that stuff. Guess it won't hurt swinging by Carlotta's family. They do owe us a big one. I bet he's got something good planned. A pile of money. Maybe a mega feast. I've been feeling pretty weird lately. My head's all wobbly. I might not be able to show right when you need me.
It's a bad omen. I'm a dick.
Alright.
You said that I beat someone over the head with a fucking stick.
Huh?
Oh, you say you're a dick, but I just beat someone over the head with a fucking stick, so.
If you ever need my help, just give me a shout, okay?
To locate me so precisely and deliver the invitation right into my hands. This Capello Montelli knows what he's doing.
Ooh.
Forgive me for not meeting you properly until now. Guest from the Black Shores,
Goddamn.
laureate of the Carnival, savior and friend of the
I did
Montellis.
456,000
Your
damage.
presence is an honor.
Yeah.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Capello Montelli, Carlotta's uncle, son of the Padrino, and the next head of the family.
Uh-huh.
Given Capello's stature, a private meeting at
Was
this
there more
hour?
to that, or
Is it really just about gratitude?
Without you, the traitors wouldn't have been captured, and I freed from their hands.
Mm-hmm.
While Carlotta has expressed our family's gratitude, I feel obliged to do it in person. But unfortunately, the traitors had little to offer, and the one behind them is still in the shadows. Unnerving, isn't it?
Family issues aren't my concern. I agree with this
Involved as you
statement.
like. I won't think any less of you.
Statman?
I will involve myself if I find it interesting.
As they may seem. The Order, Thessalius, and the Fraxidus. Any attempt to break the status quo puts us at risk. The traitors we captured were a warning, but also a reminder to survive. I must seek alliances beyond the family. Especially with you, just as Carlotta did. Now that you mention it, let me be clear. Carlotta is dear to me, and nothing will change that. But she's from the lesser branch of the family. Tradition says I, the rightful heir, should manage dealings with the Black Shores, not her.
Mm-hmm.
Restoring order and benefiting the family as I intended, that's what I meant in the letter by amending a slight misstep. The leader of the Black Shores must have sent you here with a purpose. Tell me, and I will offer you support far beyond what Carlotta could provide.
Nah, I think I'm good, dog. You seem kind of...
The choice is yours, of course. But as the family heir, I will not see my authority undermined, even by those I consider allies.
Bitch, I'll kick your ass.
So if you can't stand by my side, I prefer you stay out of the Montelli's affairs.
you know, just go around kicking someone's
Otherwise,
ass? That's how that
believe
works.
me, you won't
He's
find
threatened me.
yourself at odds with us, no matter how strong
He
you are.
threatened you with a good time? What?
Man, that man looks like he's at least 20 to 30 years on me, bro. I ain't getting in bed with him. Fuck him.
You play by the
No,
rules.
he's got family problems.
My rules.
Also, I'm pretty sure Rover's canonically lesbian like every other character.
I don't know,
Well
but
said.
I don't think
But the
anyone
rules are
actually
not set in
cares.
stone, are they?
I'm like 100% sure they only said Brett's gay to shut up the fucking people from drawing porn of him.
What matter of intrigue brought you and Rover together at this hour, Uncle? A table. Are we speaking of a splendid card game, then?
Your timing is most unfortunate. Our little chat just finished.
Pity. I didn't think you'd pull her aside for a private word, especially after all Rover and I have been through together. But since you've finished, would you excuse us now?
Carlotta, you stay. I have more to discuss with you.
Meet me at the rendezvous. Beware the ice.
A fucking achievement. Should we go jellyfishing? God damn it.
A gun is a powerful tool, but only in the hands of the worthy.
I understand.
Hey, Captain Obvious over there, a gun is a
I've never
powerful
forgotten
tool.
where my
No fucking
privileges
shit.
came from. Nor will I covet what's not mine. The Black Shores, the Carnival. My sole principle is whether they benefit the Montellis. I will execute any command that strengthens the family, and crush any threats to our standing.
Very well. Keep your words in mind.
Uncle, about Bennett, have you heard?
That family thief stealing from the vault. Why? Are you suggesting I failed my duties?
Not at all. I just happened to overhear someone talking about it in passing.
The atmosphere
I'm
is
more entangled in the
intriguing.
Montelli family's schemes than I ever realized. When I went after the traitors... No. When I decided to help with the Carnival, the game was already in play. Carlotta warned me about eyes.
Oh, I took my mask off. They didn't take the mask away, did they? Wait, my mask... Oh, it probably just glitched out because I've been wearing it all the time. Oh. No. I'm wearing it, it's just I can't wear it in this mission? Is that what it is? That's weird. It's invisible. Okay, whatever. Beware the eyes. Oh, I see. Okay. I understand. You underestimate my ability to get from point A to point B without ever touching the ground, actually. Okay, that's weird. It gave me a trial resonator just for that specific.
Carlotta's not here yet. Guess I'll have to wait.
It's kind of odd. The music is awesome. This is so atmospheric. This is awesome. I don't know what it is, but I feel like just because of the way that Genshin is and its like tone and everything, it can't like do something like this without it feeling out of place. But this game has such a lighter and deeper tone that scenes like this don't feel out of place.
Oh well, a cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's reign is a bad omen. Can't argue with that now, can I?
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
Oh, Did it capture your interest as well? Or are you simply passing the time until the rain ends? It's only the investor's nature in me. I find myself irresistibly drawn to items of unique value. The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style, by any artist, can find its home within their quarter.
That was an insanely good transition,
Art
actually.
knows no boundaries of time, place, or the mind. Here we stand, united by the rain, drawn to the same painting. They say in art, we glimpse pieces of our own soul. What do you make of this piece? Care to share your thoughts? You have keener eyes than I expected. Seeing essence beneath the surface. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance. Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
How fun.
Glory in Decay. Impressionist Pizzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste. I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here. Worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But seems you've kept yourself entertained. So, the old gentleman was simply hiding from the rain, was he? I see. The Montelli Quarter does attract art enthusiasts. Anyway, I'm glad prying eyes didn't follow. When it rains in Raguna, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash. Calling you here with little explanation and a word of caution. I can only imagine your confusion. The shark in our midst has finally made its move. Recently, several of our partners claim to have found a superior seller and ended their dealings with us. Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city. I'm not so sure. I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold, but not reckless. Not one to easily betray. And the night he died, he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty, and the planet turns right, twice and a half. The meaning is yet to be revealed, but he is clearly conveying a message. All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters. The Montgomery family is a symbol of liberation. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression and isolation. As much as I hate to suspect family members, I cannot rule any of them out. You, however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing the initial traitors, I hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you. My uncle's words were clear. Only those at the table can play the game. To engage with my family, one must have both standing and purpose. So, I offer you a new identity in our upcoming inquiry. Cat's Eye, a provisional member under my patronage.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry, we aren't harming anyone. It is but a subtle adaptation of the rules. When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a unique token. Mine, for example, is Opal. Opal recommended Cat's Eye. It has a ring to it, don't you think?
Oh my god.
Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes? They
I
share
hate
the
fucking
same
getting
luster
jumped by
as
2 of
cat's
those
eye
fuckers at
gems.
once.
Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
I understand decorum is important to the Montellis. But among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
What made you say that? Ah, you're curious who I am beyond my role. Is that it? I just might entertain that thought. But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found, what he left behind is still out there.
God, I love that you can see in real time the progression of skill with both the writers and developers of this game as they learn how to make like insanely good cutscenes. Like both like okay, because here's the thing: when it comes to a cutscene, like you can have two characters talk, and like the dialogue can be great, but like what makes a good cutscene is not
It seems
go.
someone has acted faster. Those
y-
two. They're
what makes a good
say
cutscene
it to you later.
is, you know, it's not the dialogue, it's not the characters, it's not the event, it's not the, you know, it's a collection of intricate pieces coming together to make an experience. Cutscenes strive to be little snippets of movies. You know, it's something that makes you engaged and interested because, you know, they take away from the game. You're being pulled out of the ability to play and being forced into watching. So they need to engage you in a way that keeps you interested. And there's a lot of tools that you use to make that happen. Interesting dialogue is just one of those tools. You can't make an interesting cutscene with just interesting dialogue. You need interesting dialogue, characters with interesting motions, animations, a good background and scenic tone, especially when you come to what the cutscene's about. The very fact that the entirety of all of those dramatic and like darker, like cryptic toned cutscenes were to the backdrop of a thunderstorm with rain, and just the way that that was played out, and the crypticness of the way everyone was talking, and the way the camera kept moving to highlight certain things or whatever. It's just all so good. Like they know what they're doing, and it's an improvement on what they've done in the past. Like their older cutscenes aren't nearly as good. You can actively see the progression in quality and skill as they move forward, and you can tell that they picked up a group of really good writers. The only thing that I'm not a major fan of is the execution thing, because only Rover can do it, and even while using Rover, because like when I do story quests, I only
Yeah,
use
that's
Rover.
really
I
iffy.
can't figure out how it works. I have not used it since I started the game, so I don't know how it works even now, because it like never pops up. But you know what would be cool? Remember the Dreamscape thing where you could use all three characters at once and AIs would take
Oh
control of
yeah,
your
no,
other
I
characters
definitely
and
do
you could
that.
full activate all their abilities at once and you do a combo ultimate? Am
Yeah, I
I
definitely want them to bring that
instead
to base
of
game.
a finisher on a rover, I think it'd be cool if just flat over the course over all characters, you have that as just that's your finisher. Whatever causes the finisher to happen. I don't know what causes it to happen, but whatever causes it to happen, it'd be cool if instead of Rover being the only one having a finisher, you get to combo ultimates as a finisher instead.
It
Because
would be
I feel
awesome to
like
combo
comboing
both.
ultimates shouldn't be something that you can do very frequently. I feel like it should have like a instigator, and I feel like the finisher being an instigator makes sense.
Yes, we address each other by code names. Handy identifiers in a crowd. I'll keep you updated on the family members' code names we encounter, along with any other details you might need. Seems like they are looking for something as
Oh,
well.
you know what also they
It's
need to do
only
at some
natural
point
my
though?
uncle wishes to retrieve the lost items,
Oh,
but my presence might raise a few eyebrows.
What's up?
you know how they're adding in like elemental, like damage types for all characters and everything?
Yeah.
I want to see where it's you could be able to combine them. So like if you hit someone with fire and then you hit them with ice, you get a melt effect or something like that.
That's straight from
Like
Genshin.
I
They'll
know
get
Genshin,
shit for that. They will
I
get
know
shit for
Genshin has. Yeah,
that.
I don't have something like
But
that. But I want to
also,
like
here's the thing, okay? Genshin's already
not like
doing that thing where they're claiming things that aren't solely theirs. Like, they got mad about this game adding fishing. Like, that's a Genshin thing. And I'm like, well, no, actually, it's not. And elemental combination effects, like fire and ice, are not only something that's been a game mechanic in many games for a very long time, even prior to Genshin. It's also just basic physics, okay? And here's the thing.
I use that as
Fire
an
and ice
example, not
wouldn't do
just like
melt, it would do shatter, okay? So,
yeah, no, like I said, I use that as an example.
because science...
Yes.
Ah,
These
fuck, I pressed
are
X. I didn't mean to do that.
If memory serves, they are senior members, having served under my uncle for years. Regulars at Margarita's.
Oh, I say for right now though, the game is good. Like I can't wait to see where it progressively goes and like even like version 3 or like 2.5 and the 1 year anniversary for this game, like all the crazy shit that they're probably going to be doing.
My only fear is that they won't be able to keep up. And the only reason I feel that way is because like all the other gacha games don't do this much. So it's like,
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to end up slowing down at some point. I'm willing to bet anything on that because they fucking are 100% just fucking humans. So
fucking, they're not just emptying their pockets, they're dropping their fucking pants, dog.
pretty much, like,
Talk business with merchants and wine with drinkers. Engage their interests, and their words will flow like a river.
Here I
okay, they set
go, I'm
themselves on a
engaging.
6-month plan, so we'll see where that ends up going. They already teased all the way up to 2.5.
2.5 is their year anniversary, right?
They're on. I think the game was 8 months ago, so.
God,
yeah,
knowing knowing the studio and the history with their games and stuff, I feel like there's going to be like some fun shit on the anniversary. Like, like I feel like they're gonna do some crazy. Why is there just a? Is that a piece of gold or is that a wooden plank? I think it's a piece of gold. Why is there just a piece of gold here? This is very autistic.
Artistic or autistic?
Artistic, but also autistic. I agree with both. Why, Neko, why do I want an outdoor seating area with bookshelves and stuff?
It'd be nice until it rains or there's any bugs anywhere, and then you're fucked.
Oh, this area is so pretty.
You want JT? You want to hear something hilarious?
Yeah.
God dang, my mom! I tried to tell something. My mom started.
I feel like she always do that. She kind of sits there and waits for you to say something, like, "Oh, JT," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, Mike."
No, what's funny is with the whole money spending thing, I fucking died. What my mom just told me. One of the guys that testified is like an NGO organization that said there was no fraud going on with the USAID. The guy's fucking blind. He saw no fraud. I'm like, oh, I fucking can't. Yeah, the blind guy really saw no fraud, right? Yeah, couldn't fucking see anything.
I mean, if give him props for trying at least, I guess.
I don't recognize
I saw nothing going wrong, officer.
Man's not a liar, so he literally saw nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not exactly, doesn't really help your case. I saw nobody, I didn't see him there murdering.
Hey,
So you can't see anything
he
anyway.
rolled dice and fucking got a fucking, he rolled an at 5.
So what do you need?
That
We
apparently
are just
that
about
they
to wrap up
spent
and grab a bite
$23
at
trillion
Margarita's. Still got a lot on our
in
plate today.
to Medicare
Genshin
people
for a new character?
overseas.
Oh,
No,
margaritas.
for Medicare, like
Nothing quite like it,
health
huh?
insurance. They apparently spent $23 trillion to people overseas
favorite in my
that
circle,
weren't
too.
even eligible for Medicare in the first place. I'm like, dude, the money's just going
Always a
every
solid
which way.
choice when on the move.
Like, this is fucking insane already.
Okay, so yeah, how do I get some of that money?
the
My
last
account's
time
about to
I
look
was there,
cracked.
They just
I heard talk
declassified
about
though
a
something
thief
interesting. There
stealing
was
from
the
the vault.
CIA manual of
Is
how
that
to kill
true?
people, basically.
Well, cat's out of the bag now.
Can I get a signed copy?
See that house
Right.
right there?
They're literally declassified the literally CIA manual
No,
of how to kill
not yet.
people and
We've looked
what to do in
everywhere,
each
but
situation,
found
depending
nothing.
on like where
To
you're
be
at
honest, I doubt
and how
we'll
to
ever
kill them
find
effectively.
The thief has
Like, and it
probably
was like
sold
real fucked
everything
up
off
because it
by
was like
now.
if you're a
We're short
doctor
on manpower.
or a nurse, you know, and like you work for the CIA, you can give them this, and this, and it will,
Well,
you know,
our
knock them out
boss
if they're
is
not,
Padrino's son.
you know, used to a certain
his
pain
methods.
medication. I'm like, Jesus Christ. They got CIA agents in the woodworks that could kill you at any time. That they're freaking which fucked up in Department
God.
is paid Reuters money to run
Our
a,
job is to follow
section
orders, not to ask questions. Just do what we're told and do it well.
That's right. If you spot anything unusual, keep an eye on it.
could be your big break. With a bit
So, they found nothing, but assumed Uncle wasn't concerned. That makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation. Curiously, Bennett was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle. Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting. But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported. I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical junior vault employee. I also asked around about Bennett after our previous collaboration. He was ambitious, but never greedy. I was even told he refused a bribe offered by a business associate during an operation. The Montelli family is ever generous with wealth and opportunities, welcoming all who aspire to make their mark in Ragusa. Mere profit would never make him betray us. For now, more evidence is required. The entire matter might need to be approached from a different angle. Shh. Hold still. See that man over there, the one that looks like a grey dove? After him, quick.
Kick his ass! Fuck! Get that old man! Kick his legs out from under him! Throw him down the stairs! Get him! Fuck! He's getting away! I'm gonna break your fucking legs, bitch! I caught him. He runs like an old man, shit. It's a
Nowhere
dead
to run.
end.
Now it's time for a proper chat.
These old creaky bones of mine. Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul? Never thought the Montellis would grow so aggressive.
You're the one who ran!
He had no choice but to run. To escape his past and sever any ties with the Montellis. Right, old Duncan?
I must admit, you have an annoyingly good memory. It's remarkable that someone of your rank would remember a man such as myself.
I will never forget that stormy night. Nor any of the members who were caught in it.
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. To me, Montelli is only a name of the past. There were moments of joy, but they cannot make up for my loss. Now, I only feel tired.
Why go back to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there's something you can't ignore.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain. You weren't simply passing by, you were watching. What were you looking for? Or, should I ask, what did you hope to find?
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for being so reckless and greedy? Or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess? Hoping to find the lost items and settle his debts, so he may rest in peace. I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Ragusa's game, the Montelli family has only two options. We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing. Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life. Now, his ambition and greed have cost him everything.
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. No great endeavor is without its perils. So yes, if the Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but easy. The family exists to withstand what an individual cannot, and accomplish what might otherwise be unattainable. But within the family, each Montelli still enjoys the freedom of choice. Your leaving is a testament to this, is it not? If you're willing, there is still much to be done for Bennett. His terminal, the alleged stolen goods, everything but his body remains missing. Given your familiarity, you might help us in locating these items.
In that case, you might want to speak to Scarlet Velvet. The leader of a network of commoners seeking freedom in Raguna. They had close ties with Bennett. If he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit. And that said, with their recent fallout with the family, I can't guarantee you'll find them, let alone talk to them.
We have little choice but to try. Now, let's go. We're off to the most reliable source of information in Raguna.
Fun times ahead.
This is the place. In Raguna's market, they say fortune seldom favors those who lack a taste for fine drinks. Among traders, there's a secret code in the way drinks are mixed. A base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. But some have devised their own, more private codes. Yes. This area is essentially a neutral zone in the city. No affiliations, no restrictions. With the ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here. So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their reactions lead us to Scarlet Velvet's contact.
Greetings. What will it be today?
A Scarlet Velvet ribbon, please.
Scarlet Velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as patiently. May you both find what you've come for.
Kirsch, whiskey, and cherry tomatoes. Does it mean revenge? Blood orange gin. That drink you have there is quite rare. Would you mind telling me what it means?
Secret too terrifying to speak of.
Wait. Maybe I'm not ready for this. Oh, forget it. I don't want to know. Imperator above. I am but a humble man, obsessed with the secret code of I've been exploring how drinks might encode numerical values. Through alcohol content or vintage, perhaps. But lately, I'm starting to wonder if the drink itself even matters.
The key to any language lies in the shared rules and agreements between both parties. With that in mind, the same drink, or even the same object, can be given countless meanings. Much like how my people and I sometimes improvise codes with whatever's available. Sounds like you've been at this code research for quite some time. Do you know when the bartender started his shift today?
Let me see. I got here quite early, and he was here about the same time. Probably around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
It's you. Do I want to stake it on this? What if I'm wrong? I feel like the game won't punish me for being wrong.
Anything else I can get you? Or is there a problem with the drinks?
As expected from a Scarlet Velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. The least noticed, but with the best view. You mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of importance ever escapes you. So this Scarlet Velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. A drink of trouble, I'd call it. Contact has been made, and by the rules, a conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up, Lady Carlotta, aren't you afraid things might turn ugly?
It's rumored that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to do with a Vault Keeper named Bennett.
Surely you don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett was recently found dead in the wild. The dead are silent, but you are not. So let's talk.
Wait, Bennett is dead? That complicates things, I'm afraid. I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice, but in memory of Bennett, if you truly are as noble as he believed, go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk. I will inform Scarlet Velvet.
See, that wasn't so hard. Also, I'm a fucking genius.
Wind guide me.
It's gonna be a rush fun.
Terminals are divine artifacts from the Sentinel, brought to Renacita by the first Primus. What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas, existing solely by the grace of the Primus. How dare you defy our cleansing of such blasphemy?
We never stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals, but every single request is denied. You won't even tell us why. You've controlled the terminal supply, and the family stopped trading with us. These are all we have left. Why should we hand them over?
I can sense your fervent desire for the artifacts and the blessings from the Sentinel. But whether you are worthy of the terminals is for the Order to decide. If you willingly part with your wealth in devotion to the Order's divine cause, the door to forgiveness might still be open. But should you persist in your defiance, we'll have to escort you to the penitentiary for judgment.
The Order and the Commoners. It must be Scarlet Velvet causing the stir. The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Let's first address their troubles, and then we'll have a proper talk.
God, let me see if I remember how to fucking play.
Not even close. Still recognizing.
Cool. I know how to play.
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. I suggest you tread carefully and avoid crossing the Order and the Sentinel. Especially not for the sake of mere commoners. Must I remind you again? Trading reserved terminals is a breach of the discipline.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them, you owe us a refund.
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways and reported your dealings. They have sworn to repent for their illicit production and cease. How sad, Miss Carlotta. Such loyalty to your family, only to be left in the dark.
Oh.
No one bothered to inform you, did they?
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. Wouldn't you agree? The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet Velvet is always entitled to trade as they please, regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself. If I were you, I'd be on my way to the penitentiary. Willful transgression is the worst blasphemy one can imagine.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy. When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control, and it will not be long in coming.
Ernesto, the bartender, said you needed to see me. You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. Frankly, I don't see the point in having this conversation. But, since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly. Regardless of the bigger picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry, perfumes, and all that nonsense. You saw what happened today. Not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Phasalias?
There was a slight issue of a traitor in the vault, so our hands were tied. A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade are not in the Montelli's vocabulary. The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, you won't have a say. The real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise from someone in charge. Can you do that? One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened with our cooperation.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? Excuse my earlier words. So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met. Good judgment there. The rumors are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods. Lees. Bennett used to handle our shipments for the vault, but everything was above board. Nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never budged on prices either. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened a few times. That's all. Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash something too. What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be most grateful.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
Watch out.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I have the wrong echo set equipped. Lord, I always end up at half health whenever I fight anything with just Rover. I need to find something to heal her. I feel like I should stick with the healing.
Leave it to me. One sound.